Hello again, and what a joy, what a pleasure, what an honor it is to come your way, connect with you, and then have you spend your time with us, engaging and joining and being part of this conversation. These conversations we've been having for the longest of time now, we consider so important, so crucial, because they have to do with our common humanity. They have to do with the power of transformational change our Creator has blessed us with, particularly for you, our target group between the ages of 15 right across to 20, 25, 30, 35, and 45. What we call the younger millennials, older millennials, the Gen Zs, and so on. It is such a joy and such an honor for us, honestly, to always come your way and with the full expectation that you join in, you tune in, you key in to be part of this conversation and to be part of what the discussions is about. We've been talking about the importance of understanding that our Creator has endowed us with the capabilities, the blessing to bring about this transformational change we are talking about. We can dream, we can envisage outcomes in the power of our imaginations and determine that these outcomes will come to pass. What it means is that as a nation, Ghana, as a continent, Africa, as a people, whoever we are, wherever we are, we have no excuse whatsoever. We have no excuse whatsoever to live and swim and drown in depravity and poverty and all of that with the excuse that we cannot help the situation and we cannot bring about transformational change. Each one of us, and these are the facts, this is the truth, we passionately push. And it is this, that each one of us is endowed by our Creator. We borrow a bit of the thought and the line from the U.S. American Constitution that says we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men, that means all women, are created equal and are endowed by their Creator. Directly in the quote in the Constitution, it says with certain inalienable rights, but for our purposes, we say all of us are endowed by our Creator with the power, the profound power and capability to envisage outcomes, literally sketch in the power of our imaginations. Not only are we able to envisage and envision, but we also are endowed with the blessing of the capabilities to make it happen. That's why again and again, we can be agents of change. We are agents of transformational change, and we can bring about the change. We can bring about the change, transformational change, great change, good change. However, we must know the buttons to press, the pillars that hold and undergird these changes we're looking for and hoping for. We need to know how to work the transformational change to make it a reality and not just talk. In fact, it is part of the reason we say we are not really a motivational entity, Global Change Makers Africa. We are more of personal development and the tools to engage life and to engage our lives to determine and get the outcome of our lives being productive, being transformational, and being agents who bring collectively transformational change to our nation, our continent, from Cairo to Cape Town, from Senegal to Somalia, all across the continent of Africa, and really across the nations of the world. Each one of us can posture ourselves position ourselves to be these agents of change because we're endowed with it, we're blessed with it. But then, what is it? What are the buttons to press? What are the pillars to put in place in order to engage and see and realize this transformational change? Today, we're discussing a very important subject matter I would consider really important. We're talking about the concept and nature of mindset. Mindset. What about mindset and mind and thinking or thought systems that is so critical to delivering transformational change? In other words, if we want to see transformational change, the mind is a big player. The mind is a big player. How we think is a big player. Is a big player. Now, I've told these stories over and over and over and over. In the last session, I shared this one, two stories actually. Let me quickly touch them. One is this day I have shared, before, where this guy got out of a bus of people. It was on a May Day, Workers' Day, 1st of May, and he got up to pee. He should have gone to look for the bathroom somewhere to use the bath, because you pee or you urinate in a bathroom. You don't do it in a public view. He did in a public view in this rather, quite expensive environment called the cantonments, which is part of Accra, Laboni cantonment. And this guy was he openly unzipped and openly, urinated. Now, that behavior, in fact, which was even, if you like, sort of endorsed by the rest of his colleagues in that bus, in the van, And I can understand we all get emergencies, people get emergencies, and when they get emergencies, there's the need to attend to that emergency. But the emergency of wanting to urinate can still not be done in a public view, more so when it is in the open space like that. And in any civilized society, you will not have that kind of character or lifestyle or attitude prevalent there. But it happened, and it happens, all the time in our society, unfortunately. But my point is that this kind of depravity, this kind of depraved behavior is a result of his quality of mind. See, quality of thought system, quality of mindset. Your quality of mind, your quality of mindset, your quality of thought systems, how you think, is what, as it were, progresses action and attitude and lifestyle. So let me read it. It says, your beliefs become your thoughts, and your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values, and your values become your destiny. And this quote, end of quote, from Mahatma Gandhi, the famous Mahatma Gandhi. Your beliefs become your thoughts. Such a powerful quote. Your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values or your character. I would say your character. Your character is your person, and your values or your character become your destiny. Now, life, and where life will place you, and where life will place me, and where life will place anybody, is not totally luck. It's not totally luck. Some people say good luck and believe in luck, and of course, we all must believe in luck. Life is really not luck, because luck, whether good or bad, is normally out of your control, my control. If it's luck, we sit for luck, good luck, not lack, but luck, as in L-U-C-K. We sit and let good luck or bad luck happen to us. But you see, from Mahatma Gandhi's quote, this quote underscores the fact that there must be actionable activities to, as it were, get a certain outcome to life. In other words, if a person is destined to be poor, it is not karma, neither is it bad omen, neither is it some spirituality that is responsible for that, even though one is free to subscribe to beliefs in various spirituality concepts and so on. One is free to do that. What, from Gandhi's quote, what it means is a lot of life, a lot about life and what happens to us and with us about life is and can be more deliberate and intentional than just happenstance. So a person's beliefs produces their thoughts and their words and their actions and their habits and then their destiny. It is a chain of intentional, deliberate action items and action points. You see, your thoughts, your words, your actions, your habits, your values, and then your destiny is laid out. It means if we can check the values, check our habits, check our actions, check our words, check our belief systems, check our thoughts, if we can pay attention to belief, what your belief system, and that's a whole area we're going to deal with after mindset, because mindset and belief systems, they go together. So we're going to take time to look at that. You see, again, much about what life should be and would be can be luck and it can be happenstance, but the majority of it has to be and can be intentional and deliberate. In other words, we choose and can choose the outcome of life and how it should go for us. So we're going to really take time to stay with mindset and deal with mindset and look at mindset in a very special way, in a very unique way. And we're going to look at mindset as such an important area or space to look at, because mindset is everything. Everything. Mindset is everything. Now, what is mindset? Mindset refers to a set of deeply held beliefs, attitudes, and assumptions that form habits of the mind. Let me take that again. Mindset refers to a set of deeply held beliefs, attitudes, and assumptions that form habits of the mind. Your mindset shapes how you make sense of the world and yourself. Okay, so the mindset, the thought systems, they shape how we see the world, how we see ourselves, how we see people, how we relate to our world, how we relate to people, how we relate to each other. It influences how you think, how you feel, and how you act in any given situation. That's mindset. So we see the end result, we see the action, we see the outcome, we see what happened as a result of the actionable steps we took. But all of the outcome and the actionable steps we took and what we did. For example, this gentleman urinating in the public space, open space, literally urinating there. That action of urinating is depravity. But the depravity from that action is in his mind. Because a depraved mind, a depraved mindset will produce depraved actions. So the actions, the quality actions, whether it's anybody, Anybody, a religious leader, a political leader, regular guy, regular lady, anybody, all of us, and our actions and what we do is not first of all, even a result of our faith or of our religion. It's a result of our mindset and how our mindset has been formed. And as a result, the actions, what we do, like this gentleman peeing in the public space, that action is directly related to the mindset. His quality of mindset produced those quality of actions. In the same way, this lady who in her backyard, and I shared the story in the just ended session, the last session, she saw in her backyard the opportunity to grow vegetables and so on. And she did. She took advantage, grew, and it changed her whole life overnight. So the solution to dealing and engaging with her life was in her backyard. It was in her backyard. Now, how did she come to do the action of planting that vegetable farm? Because her mindset is the mindset of opportunity seeking, always looking for opportunity. How can I solve this? What can I do with this? So, because the mindset is opportunity seeking, because the mindset is possibility thinking, it is possible. Always searching, always interrogating, investigating, always looking out for opportunities. She saw right in the backyard the opportunity to change her financial life without any government, without anybody. She went ahead, did that, and that transformed her life overnight. Of course, the vegetables didn't grow overnight, but the thought, the idea which she disciplined herself to put into practice, to action, resulted in that change of life. So your life is what it is. My life is what it is. Young people, our nation is what it is, fundamentally and primarily because of how we think, how people think, how we think. What is mindset? The third point is, for example, as people encounter different situations, their mind triggers a specific mindset that then directly impacts their behavior in that situation. So let's take the example of relationships. If a lady has been in a relationship, a really bad one, toxic relationship that resulted in her heart being so broken, she's so emotionally injured, emotionally impaired, and all of that, she is going to look at all relationships with a lot of suspicion. Why? Because she has formed this mindset out of what she's been through and experienced. And so as a result, and we'll be talking about experience in the next slide, she's going to look at all of this as a result of what she's been through, which has formed this mindset that says, watch every guy because all the guys are not honest. There's this wonderful, wonderful lady I know who is always in all of her statement that has to do with men. When she makes a statement regarding the male gender, the male man gender, you would always hear her say, as for you men, all men. And she dares, and she is that bold to say, all of you men are like that. And I try to tell her, I say, all of us men are not like that. She said, no, all of you men are like that. Now, there are people like that with that kind of mindset, whether it is a result of some experience they had or what have you. There is the mindset that relates to life a certain way, relates to people, in certain ways. These three individuals whose examples I've mentioned, one growing vegetables in her backyard because she had opportunity-seeking mindset, possibility-thinking mindset. The other gentleman peeing in the public space in an expensive place of real estate because he has a devaluing mindset, a mindset that devalues precious things and important things. He does not see see value in even in that depraved behavior. I mean, well, that is not going to look for the bathroom to use the bathroom. He just sees it as, you know what, it's okay to do this thing here. No, it's not okay to do that there, but he did it. Why? Because of a depraved mindset. And this lady I've just mentioned, who paints every male gender with the same brush because she saw maybe one or two or a few she had some experience with, it turned out negative, and so she concludes all men, everybody's like that. Now, that kind of mindset is a mindset that is fixed, that is closed, that is narrow, that is so myopic, as we say. And what happens with that mindset? The life and the way this individual will relate will be because of that mindset. Everything is going to be closed. They meet you, they judge you even before they get to know you. It's all mindset. It's all mindset. So, as you can see, mindset is so critical. So critical. In fact, mindset is the basis for our lives. Mindset is the basis for how we live our lives. Mindset is the basis for everything. Mindset is everything. Instead of approaching each situation completely afresh, which would demand too much brain power and time, our mindset functions as a set of templates that helps us decide how to feel and how to respond to stimuli. Soon, we no longer believe what we see, but we see what we believe. So, therefore, it doesn't really matter what we believe, but what we see, because the belief has already been formed. And as a result, like this lady who will say, all of you men are like that, and normally it's negative. So she will say, all of you men are disorganized. There may be some truth in most men, but I've seen quite a lot of men who are very structured and very organized. I don't fall into the super organized, structured, and organized men. I admire them, and I'm working towards it, still working towards it, But to make that blanket statement and to brush all male, gender is because she's formed this template, just as everybody else. Just as the gentleman who would urinate out there, he's formed this template that every place is a bathroom or toilet or washroom. It doesn't matter where it is. A person like that, very soon, if they live around you, would create an odor, a bad scent, bad smell around, because for them, every place is bathroom that's usable. Now, that kind of, if you like, life and all of that and everything we've talked about and explained, again, they go to one point. They go to show us that everybody and us and how we are and how we relate and how we deal, everything is mindset. Everything is mindset. And I like to read this again. See, soon we no longer believe what we see, but we see what we believe. In other words, you want to believe what you see. You want to put a certain interpretation on what you see. You want to believe that, okay, the person is being too nice. What's he up to? What does he want? What is he trying to do? What does she want from me? What does he want from me? Is he up to something? Okay, I'm suspicious a little bit here. Now, it's all a result of mindset that deals in this way with the individual. While the Oxford English Dictionary defines mindset as the established set of attitudes held by someone, mindset can be collective as well as individual, familial, cultural, or political. Now, how mindsets form, so that is mindset. That is mindset. It's so important. It's so critical. At this point, young people especially, this should tell us that mindset indeed is really the basis of who we are. You are your thinking. You are your mindset. You are what you think. You are your thought systems. So anybody and their behavior, anybody and how they relate, anybody and how they act, all of us, none of us exempted. None of us exempted. Each one of us. And how we relate and engage is all a result of mindset. Mindsets begin to form in childhood and are established at quite a young age. Okay, so we've established what it is. Now we're looking at how it is formed. We've established its critical importance. That mindset is you. Ghana is Ghana because of the mindset of Ghanaians. Nigeria is Nigeria because of the mindset of Nigerians. South Africa is South Africa because of the mindset of South Africans. Kenyans are Kenyans because of the mindset of Kenyans. And so young people, again, particularly for you, it's important for us to pay attention to these last few minutes as we deal with how they are formed, because then we can deal with what to do to reverse any negative formation process that has impacted and influenced mindset and why we are what it is. You see, we cannot run away from it. We cannot run away from it. There's no magic about it. It's not rocket science. If you live in a house that's filthy, it's mindset. If you live in a society that's depraved, it's mindset. Whatever it is, it's mindset. Again, as we've said, even faith and religion, and how we respond and react to the rest of the world and to everybody else with faith and with religion is because of what all of this has done to the mindset. Now, but all of this starts at a very early childhood age. Childhood stage, and established at quite a young age. Research suggests that mindset is formed by the interaction of habitual thoughts and the images and emotions they elicit. So, what you see, what you think about, the images, what it does to you forms the mindset. From our experiences, we make distinctions, that is, thoughts in our minds. If these experiences are repeated enough, the thoughts become truth to us. These truths, therefore, join to form a mindset. Let me say it again, because this is a very important point right here. Research suggests that mindset is formed by the interaction, the coming together of habitual thoughts and the images and the emotions they elicit. Okay, so the thoughts every day, the images we see every day, the emotions they elicit. Let me explain. So, for example, if you're a young person who believes that your life must be lived on the internet, on social media, your food must be on the social media, the dress you wear, everything else should be on the social media. And other people put all of their stuff on social media. And you look at people, young people like yourself, who show and display expensive clothes or what looks like expensive clothes, eating in expensive restaurants and so on. Now, these are images that will generate a certain thinking, okay? They give you a certain thought. And what are the thoughts? I have to also do like that. And I have to also, be in that same place. I also have to find money and also eat at these expensive restaurants. I also need to take pictures of my foods that I eat and literally put my life out there in the open. Now, these images, what you see about other people and what they do will, if you like, influence your thinking and cause you to also think in those same terms. I have young adults with me, my children, who do that too. And I get amazed. They like to take pictures of food and so on and so forth. Now, when you do that, then what happens is emotionally it engenders certain emotion. It elicits a certain emotions in you. And what are those emotions? The emotions of sadness because you feel left out and so on and so forth. And I will tell you, all of this kind of thinking is what graduates into the dangerous place where young people now get depressed, they get into depression, and some become suicidal. Why? because they feel unfortunate, they feel not as lucky, not as blessed, even though they have their lives together and all of that. And these things really, really don't have any value. I don't know how anybody would think in their right minds that putting the food I'm eating out there in the public space on social media for everybody to see adds to my life in any way. I cannot think. Maybe some of you young people listening out there can help us understand that when you put your dress, your clothes, your life publicly out there, it comes with value. It gives you value. In my view, there is literally no value, but I'm going to leave you to process these things yourself. I would say it rather would, as it were, engage other thinking, other young people, and then people get into depression and that sort of thing, and people get suicidal because they don't have it. So they have to, commit themselves. Commit suicide. All of these together, the images, the thoughts they evoke, and the emotions they elicit is what you call our experiences. Now, these experiences, when we go through these experiences, we use these experiences to make distinctions. Now, if these experiences are repeated enough, then what the thoughts that's been formed in us, which has become our mindset, what they are become truth to us. So when we see a young person on social media sitting in an expensive restaurant and we think, oh, wow, this is the good life. And if I'm not in that club, that group, then I've lost out. That becomes truth to you. So the truth is, until you sit in an expensive restaurant you cannot afford, maybe your parents can't even afford to eat and take pictures of it and show on the platform, on social media platforms. Until you do that, you are less of a human being. That becomes your world of truth. Now, that then is what has formed your mindset. So you walk around this world with that kind of thinking and that kind of mindset. Hopefully, I've been able to explain it, in a way that engages the meaning. Now, these truths, they join and they form the mindset. So over 7 point something billion people, everybody has formed a certain mindset, including the young children growing up. Everybody has formed a certain mindset. For example, as a child, you experience your parents' healthy relationship, which is important, the ability to compromise their happy and affectionate manner. With repeated exposure, you make the distinction that love equals happiness and stability. This mindset unconsciously dictates how you date in your relationships, your ability to trust and compromise, even your willingness to marry and stay loyal to a partner. Your mindset has become a concrete belief system. So two things we conclude this first part of mindset with is that mindset sits on belief, and belief is a result of the things you've experienced, the thoughts that's been formed, the images, and how all of these evoke and elicit emotions. But particularly the thoughts formed and the images. So what you see, what you engage, what you hear is so critical to forming mindset, because at the end of the day, they engender thoughts, and then these thoughts plus the images repeatedly form a mindset. When we say somebody's from a broken home, is because we have seen repeatedly parents who fight, toxic relationship in the home, and so they get out saying marriage is not good, you cannot trust a man, you cannot trust a woman, and all of that. So I hope and pray and believe that you catch it when it comes to mindset. We're going to continue next week or the next time round. I want to thank you so much for taking time to join. Again, I cannot thank you enough. Please share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe, like, and thank you for joining.